Brutus, being Brutus. What kind of pen and true is that called, Lonnie?
PB Blaster.
That's what Brutus needs, folks. Are we thinking about chaining this thing down? We might be chaining Brutus down. Brutus and Beast, baby! What was that, sir? What did God do?
He made levers before he made man.
I thought you said machines.
Then I said, that's kind of stupid, isn't it? Lever is a machine.
There you go, folks.
I think we figured out the issue. We got a set screw. And sometimes you gotta take a second look.
Back to doing God's work. This one's looking a little tricky. We might have to call in the actual machine for this. I think our issue is going to be we don't have a 4x4 that's short enough. Let's just stop here. Well, we have realized, folks, that we need to take off the arm first. It's causing a little bit of counterbalance issues. So for that, we need to take out some pins. That was the problem for that thing. Just a little pin. Sometimes all it takes is just a little pin.
That's what she said.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually not coming at all because I told the wizard the outside ring was smashed and it wasn't going to fit through the hole. But let's just continue watching him beat the hammer. He's still beating the hammer. I'm like, yep, I'm just going to let the wizard be the wizard. This is how it goes down at Teasley Enterprises. Yeah, I wanted to say finger sanding. I mean, it just didn't come to my mind because I'm like, this is doing nothing. This isn't the problem in my head. But again, you know, when you work with somebody, you just got to let them do what they got to do.
Anything that'll make our job easier is plus.
And we finally start sanding the outside ring. I'm not sure the sandpaper did really anything, considering it's like carbon and steel.
But it needs a new paint job.
And now we're realizing we should have taken off the arm first. Lesson learned. And back to tapping.
Who's there?
Lonnie doesn't always like my jokes. Yeah, it's not coming anywhere. I mean, if the wizard would just gas the throttle on the impact wrench, we would have had it off about 5 minutes before we actually got it off because, look, here he goes. Gonna spray it some more. He's gonna spray the inside. And what he does here is he's just ripping the thing off. Now, what it will tell me is that he didn't want to create too much heat, which I'm not really agreeing with. He's gonna go back and forth, back and forth. Probably on the second take, he could have just taken it off, but yeah, see, that's just not how the wizard works. He's gonna make you wear it on his time, on his schedule.
Thank you, Brutus, for letting go, Bobby girl. Might be made out of titanium.
Watch your eyes.
So long, cotter pin. Shake on. It's holding on for every last little penny. Yikes. I thought Brutus had a couple more. Not too bad right there, Brute.
If you ain't talking to your project, you just ain't doing it right.
I thought I'd power wash this thing, but sometimes you don't get every little piece of chunky monkey.
Trying hard to be funny.
That's right, folks. We are somewhat organized down here. Thanks to Tupperware. Brutus is now in 4 pieces.
And of course I start singing.
Because this is what we need from you, Big Blue. We'll be replacing that seal, those as well, and lastly, you too. Question here is, maybe we just pop out the actual...
And this is where Lonnie actually helps me
Don't you know what you call this thing?
Figure out what the thing is called.
Ram.
The ram. I think we just pop it out. Finally to separate. RoboCop style. Well, so much for being a virgin. Yep. Got her first mark. Not much left of being a jack here. One last pin. Need some PB Buster in there. And then we'll be home free.
Pro tip coming in 3, 2, 1.
Most people would be wanting to wear eye protection for this.
This is another one of those moments where I just have to sit back and let the wizard do what he's gonna do. He'll eventually figure it out, but you just gotta let him squeeze, bite, grit, get a little angry. When he starts getting a little angry, that's where we want him.
Yeah, sharper flat blade, huh?
Probably.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
Scrape it or something.
Sometimes you just gotta smack the girl a little bit and give yourself a little bit of room
Lame joke warning.
to fit in the machine. I mean tool. There she comes. She coming?
Yeah. Can you hold that with one hand?
Lordy, lordy, porty. Lordy, lordy. I think she's
hold it.
coming.
Just hold.
This is where I start to get on the wizard's nerves just a little bit.
One hand
You're
on
He
not
doesn't
prying,
like
just
it when I
hold it.
don't follow his
one
instructions to
hand
a
on
T.
the
Let's see
camera,
what
One
happens.
hand on the blade. Brutus, we love you. Let us get off this last little pin.
The noises that go on in the wizard's head.
This reminds me of watching Wes work. He's got a nice little channel. These C-clips, isn't that what they're called?
Mm-hmm.
It's a monster C-clip. I think I heard it give! Oh, golly! Oh, golly! There we got it, Wes. Give you a shout out. Always like watching your channel. The last pin, folks. He's coming. Oh, jeez. You gotta stop right before. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, heck no!
She's free. She free! Woo! She comes, boys. Roping her up. Check out the guts of Brutus. She looking? Ain't got much oil left in her. A little bit further.
No, I want it because when it comes loose, it's liable to start squirting this way.
It ain't gonna squirt out, but you know, I have to let the wizard be the wizard.
Anything, because it's made in America. Not in communism. Oh, wow, look at that. That's why we put a bucket there.
Maybe we should get another pail.
There's no need for another pail.
A little bit of rust here.
Yeah, it's got chunky monkey water, chunky monkeys.
Yeah, it is moisture and a little bit of rust.
That's not
Rust came in.
good news, but
It's workable.
I know a guy that's got 150 grit sandpaper that can hone that and clean her up, hopefully. I'm not sure if that rust is coming from the ram. It shouldn't. I've been keeping your sloppy rags in the same spot. Yes, I'm a nice guy. Nice guys always finished
in the shower.
right. Oh, picking up the soap in the showers where those guys finish. She's looking good, though. She's looking good. That is a stainless steel chromoly shaft.
I have no idea if it is or isn't.
I think it's not bad enough to worry about though. A little bit of
That's just part
a little
of it.
bit of fine grained sandpaper.
We wouldn't want it perfect anyways.
Anything perfect, we ain't gonna have it. These segments will be good to.
We're getting close to finishing up, so he's starting to feel good and he's talking.
About getting the shaft, and then you cut to a scene of this.
You know,
Getting the shaft.
I got an executive director here, folks.
Getting the shaft. She got the shaft.
Last bit of sludge out of her. We're feeling okay. We're feeling okay, but we still gotta take off this piece where the main shaft bearing or seal is. That's where it was leaking a lot. We are currently debating how to get all the sludge out of these holes. It's like laying sewer pipes. I mentioned filling it up with diesel fluid. The wizard says that we might have some seals between these two parts. that it could cause some issues. It's pretty sludgy.
Oh, here comes that old beat up Matco tool light. He'll get it figured out with that old baby girl.
He's always got a good way to do things. I was claiming I had to get the hammer and the, what was it called?
Impact driver.
Impact driver. Wizard just uses brute strength. Did you get it?
No.
Got one. Yeah, looks like we'll be resorting to the impact driver, folks. He said he had one in there, and voila, because Brutus puts up a fight.
This reminds me of that commercial from Midas where the dude is trying to put the battery in and he's hammering the circle into the square.
Looked like it turned a little bit.
No, it never really turns.
It's going east and west now.
It's going absolutely nowhere, but I respect his positivity.
Wes, what would you do here? Shoot me a DM. We have come to the conclusion that this is where we're going to stop tonight in part 1. Because we're going to let Buster sit on these screws overnight and have a fresh mind going in tomorrow. What do you say, huh? Any last words, comments, concerns?
Keep cranking.
I basically got to wrestle this guy to put him to sleep. I just never let him never wants to walk away from these kind of ordeals. We'll see you in part 2.